I'm fine. Has Mr. Strickland spoken? Has he spoken to his attorney yet?
No, he hasn't.
Okay. She's in a breakout room with another person, and as soon as she's done with that person, I'll put you in the breakout room with Mr. Strickland. So it'll be a few minutes, okay?
Okay, sir. I just want to let you know he's not consenting to do a video arraignment.
So what is he consenting to do?
I'm getting him his paper. Is there any paper clips or anything?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the court, sir.
I don't consent to the thing. I'm asking why they can't bring me.
Okay, hold on. Does he want to speak to an attorney first?
Yeah, well, let's have him speak to an attorney first. You have to speak to an attorney. You have to.
Hold on. Mr. Strickland? Mr. Strickland, can you hear me?
I don't need an attorney.
This is the judge.
Okay, Mr. Strickland,
Open the door.
can you hear me?
Can you hear
Oh,
him?
you don't want to hear me.
Sir, can you hear him?
What?
Mr. Strickland, this is Magistrate William Burden. Good morning. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you want to speak with an attorney?
Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name? Because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I am executive of the name entity. That's who you're talking to right now. Do you understand? I am the executor of the name entity. I demand to be released on my own recognizance. I have right here, Judge. You see this, Judge? And then I also have a UCC1 in the name entity. So y'all trying to run a lien on the name, that's illegal. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity laid claim to the name entity through the Secretary of State and the federal government. Here it is right here, the Secretary of State, just
okay. Sir?
It's right here, Lincoln. To the flesh and blood or the name
Sir, whether I'm talking to the flesh and blood or name entity, I'm talking to both of y'all at the same time. Do either of you want to speak to an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I don't consent to an attorney. I don't consent to be in no hearing.
Sir, I just asked you one question. I just need one answer.
And I don't consent.
Okay, I know that.
So who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man or the name entity? I'm speaking to both of y'all. I'm speaking to both of y'all at the same time. How about that? You can't.
Now, sir, I know you want me to release you.
Here it is.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Here.
Are you gonna let me talk? Sir?
Sir?
Are you gonna let me talk? I got some questions for you.
I'm here without consent.
Put the paperwork down, sir. Don't consent to this. I know you don't consent to this. You want the court to release you, is that correct?
Yeah.
Want to release you, the entity, or the person in the flesh? Which one?
Flesh and blood man. I own the entity, so it's going to be released anyway.
All right, now.
For UCC1, everything.
If you don't, when I talk, you listen.
I am.
If you don't want to talk to an attorney and you don't want to be arraigned today, we're going to put you over to tomorrow. You understand that?
So we already been through this. I am the executive of the account.
All right, guys, buckle up, because today's courtroom lineup is pure chaos in motion. We're diving into two Michigan sovereign citizens, each convinced the law doesn't apply to them. First up, a man who thinks he can talk his way out of custody with paperwork and nonsense. You'll witness how confidence without comprehension ends badly. This one sets the stage for the madness to come.
Number 24W001656. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Shannon Phillips.
Hi,
Hi, can you state your name for the record, please?
Shannon Phillips.
Okay, thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have here is a citation from May 27th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on E-Course Road at or near Harris Road with improper plates. It says that the plate did not come back to the vehicle that it was on. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand all that?
No, I do not understand.
Okay. So let me clarify. When I ask if you understand, what I want to know is, do you know now what you are being charged with, whether or not you agree with it?
No, I do not agree with it. And I filed
Okay.
paperwork to the court
Yes.
expressing that.
Okay, and I'm cutting you off for a second because I'm not asking if you agree with it. I'm just asking. I have explained that you're being charged with having improper plates. Do you understand that that is what you are being charged with? Again, I'm not asking if you agree with it. I just want to make sure, because the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether or not you are competent to stand trial. That's part of it, at least.
All right, here's where things heat up. The judge tries to begin a normal arraignment, but Mr. Strickland refuses to consent, demanding recognition as a flesh and blood man. Every word he says drags the courtroom deeper into confusion. The judge's patience starts slipping as Strickland questions reality itself. This is a moment where delusion meets the law head-on, and the absurdity truly begins.
To remain silent, because anything that you say out loud or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings. You do not have to disclose citizenship status to the court, but you do have the right to consult with an attorney to see if these proceedings would have any effect on your citizenship status. If that does not apply to you, then do not worry about it. So, do you wish to have the public defender speak on your behalf?
No.
Okay. In regards to the misdemeanor charge against you, how are you pleading at this time? Or are you standing mute?
Standing mute.
Okay. I am going to set this for a...
Ma'am,
Yes.
this has been long and drawn out since, May. I don't even have that vehicle anymore. Unfortunately, I've had to buy 2 vehicles since that vehicle. Not to mention how aggressive and threatening your officers was when they approached my vehicle. Not to mention they were pulling on my door, yelling and screaming for me to get out.
Now it all unravels. Strickland proudly waves his UCC1 papers like a magical key to freedom. But instead of walking out, he walks straight into verbal destruction. The judge fires back, shredding the fantasy with ruthless precision. This exchange perfectly captures what happens when sovereign logic collides with courtroom authority. Brutal, blunt, and completely unforgettable.
Phone, however, because my laptop is not working, I have to use my phone.
Okay. Before you continue, couple of things. One, I will note that the officers are not court employees, so they are not the court's officers. What I am going to do, because it is the next step in this process, is set you for a pretrial. Okay, the purpose of the hearing today is to make sure that you know what you're being charged with and what the potential penalties are. The next step is a pretrial, which is where you will get to discuss with the judge more of what happened that day, and if you have evidence, then you can bring it up then. Your pretrial is being scheduled for November 27th.
Just a waste of time. 11/27.
Correct. This year, so that's 11/27,
Mhm.
2024. That will be at 9 in the morning over Zoom before Judge Washington. Because of your appearance here today, I am recalling the bench warrant that issued for your arrest on October 9th. That bench warrant had issued because of failure to appear for a number of arraignment dates that were set.
But I was there and I have proof of that as well. I was on the hearing. It did the same thing it was doing now, saying that the host was there and would let me in. But I sat there for over like 2 hours on the 9th and the 10th and wasn't let inside the Zoom.
And just like that, the first case collapses. The host sums it up perfectly. These defendants are their own worst enemies. Refusing to engage in their own arraignment means refusing their own release. But don't blink, because the next courtroom is waiting with another dose of self-inflicted disaster. Meet the next sovereign citizen, and trust me, she's about to redefine stubborn.
Shots of that, so I'll present that as well
Okay.
at the next hearing.
Okay. So, to be clear, the bench warrant is being recalled, so that is going away.
Thank you.
The court is setting a personal recognizance bond, so basically you're promising to appear for the next court date. Again, that's November 27th. I will note that sometimes, depending on the size of the docket, it can take a long time. And I think what was my arraignment docket last Wednesday took 3.5 hours. So it can take a long time. So long as you're seeing the message that the Zoom is still going on and that the host knows you're there and can let you in, then as much as it is not a whole lot of fun, you should wait.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you have any questions right now?
Not at the moment. I don't believe so, no.
Okay, thank you. So, your next court date again, November 27th, 2024, 9 in the morning over Zoom before Judge Washington.
Here comes Shannon Phillips, standing firm against logic itself. The judge calmly reads her charges, but Shannon won't even admit she understands them. Every question is met with confusion or defiance, turning a simple arraignment into a mental tug-of-war. You can almost hear the judge's patience cracking as Shannon refuses to accept the most basic legal reality.
You a simple question and you did not answer the question in a way that makes me feel comfortable that you don't understand that you understand the laws of the state.
You all are speaking legalese. You all are speaking legalese. For me to say I understand the charges gives you all permission to administer the trust.
Okay.
I don't understand the charges.
Which is why you will not.
And I do not need counsel. I don't need representation.
Your request is denied now. You will have representation. All right. Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client wants to do?
Oh my goodness. This is
the charges?
You cannot make me have an attorney.
Well, actually I can, ma'am.
Like, this is insane.
Well, I don't think it's me that's being insane.
I can handle my own affairs. I don't need your public defender. All I'm trying to do is get the case settled. That's all. This has been going on for so long. A waste of time and money, honestly.
Mr. Barnett, is there an offer?
There is an offer for the civil infraction and expired plate.
Your Honor, I'd be happy to go into a break-in with Ms. Phillips and explain that to her.
Okay, I will let you do that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Traffic infractions are
Now Shannon takes a stand with her own version of events. Claims of police aggression, broken laptops, and conspiracy. The judge, steady and professional, walks her through the process, trying to keep this circus grounded in reason. It's a perfect example of courtroom composure facing pure chaos, and how one person's narrative can twist a simple charge into a full-blown drama.
Ypsilanti Township versus Shannon Phillips, case number 24W001656.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Liebe on behalf of Ms. Phillips. Ms. Phillips, could you unmute and state your name, ma'am?
You have to unmute, ma'am.
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman.
Lebo, where are we with this, please?
Your Honor, I did have a discussion with Ms. Phillips. I did attempt to explain the importance of representation, why the court has asked that she have an attorney in this matter, as well as conveyed Mr. Barnett's offer. Ms. Phillips indicated to me that she still opposes having an attorney, additionally indicated to me that she is not, at this time, wanting to accept the offer of an expired plate.
Well, I think the offer was for a civil infraction of something different.
I believe was the civil plate infraction.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
It's improper plate.
What was the offer again, Mr. Barnett?
It was the civil infraction of having an expired plate.
All right, thank you. And not the criminal, not the
Correct.
criminal infraction. Okay. So, Ms. Phillips, that's correct. You're rejecting that offer.
The offer of what? He didn't offer anything.
The tension finally hits a turning point. The judge recalls a bench warrant that Shannon insists was unfair, yet calmly restores order and resets her court date. For the first time, a hint of progress appears, even as her logic continues to wobble. It's a moment that shows how the system bends but doesn't break, even under waves of confusion and self-defeat.
You that he's offering.
Am I not hearing something?
He just told you that he's offering you the civil infraction of expired plate as opposed to the criminal offense of expired plate. One carries
Okay, but according to the Supreme Court, traffic infractions are not a crime. The people versus battle. So what criminal infraction? And I would just like for the case to be dismissed. One, because your who was it, Officer Hannah, and 3 more officers were surrounding my vehicle, pulling my door handles, threatening to pull me out of my vehicle.
Ms. Phillips, I'm going to advise.
I don't even have the vehicle anymore.
Ms. Phillips, I'll take that as a rejection of the offer.
Okay, so what's the offer? I didn't tell him anything.
Mr. Lebo.
Right, y'all just hate to hear the truth. Y'all just want to do what y'all want to do.
Ma'am, if you don't stop yelling out in court, you've already been held in contempt before. I'm going to hold you in contempt and give you 10 days in jail. Do you understand? Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client would want to do?
I do not, Your Honor. I did have a discussion with her, but she did not convey to me a desire to participate in that conversation.
All right. Then if she's not telling you, I will set it for a trial date.
Ms. Phillips, Your Honor, I would perhaps ask the court to consider a competency referral.
And here's the finale, guys. Shannon faces Judge Washington, who doesn't tolerate nonsense. Shannon declares herself a natural woman under universal law, rejecting legal counsel and authority. But Judge Washington holds firm, cutting through every myth with iron control. It's the ultimate collision between fantasy and fact, and a masterclass in judicial composure. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
So well so far. You're almost going to jail on a traffic offense.
And I do want to know that I did attempt to explain to Ms. Phillips why her understanding of the case law regarding traffic offenses was inaccurate, but that was not a productive conversation.
I could see why it wasn't productive. So, I don't know that she meets the level of incompetence to the standard that you're indicating, that if you want a referral, because you've talked to her and that's where you are, I will refer her for a competency. If she doesn't participate in that, then she'll be found in contempt or have to go to jail to get it done. So her behavior here today is obviously taking her down a very dark path. Hopefully she can change her mind and do something appropriate. So you either want to have a trial, ma'am, or you want to actually accept an offer. So those are your options.
We could take it to trial. We can take it to trial. We could take it to trial. We could take it to trial.
I heard you when you said it the second time.
Okay, well my screen is saying back.
Trial, and I couldn't attempt to discuss with Ms. Phillips a little bit further in the interim time.
All right. Because if she goes to trial and she's unsuccessful, it would be treated like any other criminal matter. So, ma'am, you do understand that you could get up to 90 days in the Washington County Jail, correct?
I hear you.
All right. Retrial will be adjourned to January 8th, 2025 at 10 o'clock a.m. I'm sorry, 9 a.m. Do you have her contact information so you can talk to her so she fully gets what's going on here?
I do, Your Honor, and I would just ask the court if the court could repeat the pretrial date.
I'm sorry, repeat it. January 8th at 9
Thank you, Your Honor.
a.m.